Hey, Matthew. Laura, flip flop. We're out on a walk. How's everybody doing? Yeah. Walking the pup, the usual. Our daily walk usually to this gas station down here. It's usually where we go. Because I know they don't care that I bring Bandit in there, so. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll wait till you get some more people in here. He is. Yeah, it's a pretty nice day. Oh, come on. Come on, go over here. Um, what are you doing? So, oh, you're in the dentist chair? Hopefully, you have earbuds in because I might kind of get a little crazy. Just a warning. I might not. You never know. You never know here with me. I mean, I'm a walking time bomb, really. You never know what you're going to get with me. Hey, November Rain, Aurora, just me. If is Jam and everybody Jam, Sheba, Jane, Luminous, um, Jude, or is everybody Country Girl? I'm gonna forget some Chloe. I want everybody in here for this one. I want everybody in here for this one because this is important and not okay. And really, I don't care. Like, I seriously, he thinks he's like got to me or something that he would use um, my abuser, the one that went to prison for very many years, who I have not seen in 16 years for a reason. Benjamin. I've talked about this before. You don't have anything new, weirdo. He put up a picture. So, you guys remember my domestic violence story that I told on here? Caitlin's biological father. It was I haven't seen him since I was 27 years old. Caitlin's never met him, never met any of his family. I haven't seen him since I was 4 months pregnant. I knew the guy. It was a short-lived, stupid thing, and we used to party together. And I only knew him for a few months. Um, and I happened to get pregnant by the guy. Okay. Uh, he took me out in the middle of the woods and had a knife to me, and he was going to kill me. But I convinced him, he had done this before. I convinced him to, I tried to butter him up and just be like, oh, I love you. I love you. Just please don't, like, just calm down. It'll be okay. I'm not going to call the police. Just, I love you. Let's just, like, you know what I mean? Trying to talk him off the ledge. I mean, this dude, he's played chicken with me in the car. Like, seriously, he would take my car and he would, well, he was driving it because while I was in Florida, this all happened in Florida. Because while I was in Florida, I had got a DUI and did not have a license. So a lot of times I would let him drive my vehicle for that reason, just to be on the safe side. And I'm a law-abiding citizen. Maybe not so much then, but I always have been like kind of a goody-goody compared to a lot. But anyways, yeah. Well, Benny put a picture of this guy up. Of course, like thinking that it's going to hurt my feelings, him calling him ugly. And it's like, dude, I feel you. I'm there with you. I hate that guy. I cannot stand it. I have not talked to him since I was 27 years old. The same thing that your baby mamas wish they would have done to you. They wish they would have not put you on the birth certificate like I did that guy. They wish they would have raised their kids by themselves without you even involved like I did. At this point, I did, 16 years ago. Well, Benny, of your baby mamas wish they would have done. I haven't talked to that guy since. You're not going to bully me or upset me with somebody who almost killed me. I had to escape from a freaking moving vehicle to get away from that guy and run across the highway to a gas station. You don't believe me? I have the police reports. And I have showed them on here. I have receipts for everything I back up or I say. Hey. I want to act like I'm not live because I want to take my phone and say hi and all that stuff. So we're going to just act like I'm not live. He's not supposed to be. He's just going all in because he knows he's going to jail soon. It's 333. I'm trying to be quiet once again because I'm at the gas station and this guy like always wants to take my phone and talk to you guys and stuff and give his Instagram. So we're just going to act like I'm just chilling, okay? Nothing going over on here. We're just grabbing some drinks. We're not live. We're just grabbing some drinks. Prime. These are small. Why does she want that? Look at them boots. Back to her roots. Look at them boots. She's going country. tired?
No, it's not good. You're looking at that. Then you're roaming like going there.
Yeah, I know. I was on a rant.
Oh,
So I didn't want to come in yet because I was kind of just
okay.
talking.
You need to talk to me, huh?
Well,
That's pretty good. How's your...
you don't understand. You don't understand what I was talking about, so you wouldn't. I couldn't talk to you about it. Is that what you did? You say I didn't talk to you about it?
About what?
What did you say?
You're saying like I said you that you're roaming all around there. You said I just come to talk to. That I'm saying. You want to talk to me like you can.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to come in here and talk to you.
How's your followers? How's your friends?
All my followers and friends are doing good. They say hi.
Say again from my side.
Okay, I'll tell them you said hi.
You should make a join group.
Oh, we should have a.
I'm also thinking for the page something. I'm also interested in the Instagram or the page, making the page on YouTube.
Yeah, that would be cool. You could go live while you're working. People will watch that. Yeah. All right. See ya. About busted.
Well, Rasmus, small enough to fit the pocket.
I know, right? I just pulled him right out of this jacket.
How you doing, buddy? You good?
Aw, he's so precious.
Yes, he is. I look up. Well, I don't think you come back in.
All right, guys, 1 second. All right. You guys, he was asking me. I don't know if you guys heard. I can't understand him, but he's like, we should do a joint channel. He wants me to do a channel with him. He's like, tell all your followers and friends I said hi. So whatever his name, you could hear. I couldn't understand him. I'm glad you guys heard it because I couldn't. I thought he was saying, well, why didn't you just talk to me? I'm like, well, you didn't know what I was talking about, so how could I talk to you? And then he's like, got this puzzled look on his face, like, he doesn't understand me either. It's like, I don't think a joint podcast stream would go very well. So, come on, we don't want to get your little self hit. While we're waiting. Yeah, while we're still waiting to cross here. Justin did a good live and called the funeral home and found out for absolute sure. I'm shocked, honestly. I really did not feel like she was deceased. I really, really did not feel like that. And I'm going to go over my reading again too and see, like, because I was feeling like she was still. Something's off with that whole thing, and I'd like to know how she passed, for one. But I am very happy that Justin got that recorded as proof, and we know that now as a fact, and nobody can use her death anymore to try to, or her whatever's going on with her, to try to make money. You felt she was passed? You should have told me. Not that it would probably. I don't know. If you told me that, I might have, because I know how spot on your intuition is. So basically, what I was talking about before I went in there was Benny Keys had made a post of he's using my abuser, who just got out of prison for what he did to me a few years ago, who I haven't seen. He was literally in jail prison that long for what he did to me. I mean, it was that bad. I was pregnant. I haven't seen him since I was 4 months pregnant, and um, haven't seen any of his family. Nothing. Caitlin's never met him. He's not on the birth certificate. He's nothing. He is nothing to us. You know. Um, so he got aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on a pregnant woman. He got kidnapping while armed. He got uh, false imprisonment. He got there was kidnapping while armed, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and abuse. Something about being pregnant. It's aggravated because of the pregnancy. Um, anyways, I haven't seen this guy since I was 27 years old, guys. I'm almost 43. I'll be 43 in less than a month. And he uses a guy who is the biggest piece of shit ever. And I've already said that because, Six Up tried to do the same thing. So I'm guessing that's who she got it from. Or who they got it from is somebody associated with Circle Jerks or Six Up. Because we know Benny's not smart enough to look up any of that shit. I've never seen him do any type of research. Everybody does it for him. So, anyways, he thought he was going to get me. Oh, I gotcha. No, you didn't, because I agree with you. I agree with you. The guy's a horrible person, ugly AF. Looks even way worse now. That's what drugs will do to you, kids. Don't do drugs. I haven't seen him. You guys got to understand. I haven't seen him for 16 years, since I was 14 months pregnant. Caitlin's almost 16 years old, so over 16 years since I was 4 months pregnant with her. And he's using that as a way to try to bully me, a dude that I only knew, honestly, knew him. I know it's bad, and I've already talked about this, but he was more of a party. We were hanging out for a few months, okay, and it was down in Florida. I had taken off, and it was like a party thing, like, oh, we're gonna go down to Florida and just party. It was very dumb. Well, I got pregnant. I guess we're gonna take a different route here. I got pregnant because, of course, I was inebriated most of the time in some way or another. And anyways, when I knew him, he wasn't like that bad. I mean, he was bad. I mean, as far as like drugs, he was like, but it's progressed. He never changed. He cannot stay out of prison or jail for like, he gets out and he's back in within a month. Like it's real bad. He has kids everywhere, just the typical Benny Keys type. Benny, you're no better than him. When I would say that you were my baby daddy, it was a joke to get at certain people, and you know it. It's not because I wish you were my baby daddy. Please. Get real. You look like a terrorist, okay? Sorry, but you're not as good looking as you think. And all your baby mamas wish they would have done exactly what I did. They wish they would have cut out all the fucking nonsense, all the time spent with you. Anytime, they wish that all that shit could be just erased and they could have their kids and raise them by themselves, erase you from their lives, take you off the birth certificate. Because basically, that's all. I mean, that's how much you contribute. You actually take away from your kids. You take away from your kids. Your time spent harassing, stalking, uh, bullying, trying to put out false info, make others look bad. All that time you're wasting could be spent like talking to one of your 20 kids you have out there. With how many baby mamas? You should not talk, dude. I've never seen so many people with so much fucked up shit in their lives talking shit about other people's side of the, you know, side of the road. Like talking about other people's. I probably should have gone back here. This is pretty busy today. What? Why is it so freaking busy? School's getting out? Okay. That's why. That's okay. I'm not in a hurry. Oh, thank you. This lady's so nice. Thank you. I would have been there forever. Hey, Lucky Lou. He posted something thinking he's got something. It's like, dude, Six Up already tried to do that same shit, that same dirty shit. You got it from Six Up and crew. I'm not stupid. And thank you because, wow, I have had a lawyer contact me in regards to 666. I just have not talked about it on here, and she knows it. So she better fucking stop. Which she's not going to, so do what you do, girl, because it's too late now. And I'm not lying, guys, as far as the lawyer thing. Has to do with somebody else, not myself. But they want my story. They want my story with what I dealt with 666. So I'm gonna provide it. No problem. I'm all about the truth and what's right. So no, she's not gone. She's still. Come on. No, she came back a few days ago, I guess is what somebody said, and was like, brought her channel back, and she's just under a fake. And that's why I'm saying this is a message to her, so because we know she does not miss the streets. So I'm just saying, she's doing her and Benny and the jerks are really fucking stupid. They're digging their own graves, like they won't stop. Like when have I really talked major shit on Benny? Like recently, like what do I really just like make posts and lives about Benny? So it's funny that he. What are you doing? Hey Giselle, did you see your reading? Um, I know I have a lot more supporters and stuff, and people know who he is. I'm not mad. I'm just saying, for those of you who want an explanation, the truth on that, I'm here to provide it. I could say I don't know the dude, just like any of the other freaking liars on here. All of them have, like Benny. Oh, I don't never seen that guy in my life. I pull a Candace. So, like, how would yeah, it had to have been somebody who had already had that information, because Benny wasn't going to find who that find him. Like, I haven't talked to that guy in 17 years, 16, 17 years. Like since, let's see, Caitlin was born May 21st, 2008. Subtract 5 months from that. So, what, October 2007 is the last time I've seen him. Years? Almost? Yeah, 17 years. Holy shit, time flies. I cannot believe it, dude. That is crazy. And thankfully, thank God, I had the sense, I did not put that guy on the birth certificate. They tried to get me to, and I was like, I don't know who the father is. That's what I said. I wasn't going to put him on a birth certificate. Why am I going to put some dude on the birth certificate that I didn't really know, besides the fact I knew he was a piece of shit at that point. And he already had tons of kids out there. It was definitely was not a smart decision on my part, but come on. I definitely learned my lesson. I only have one child and only been pregnant one time. Pretty much fussed about the, why did she lock it? Sorry, guys. What the heck? She knew I was coming right back. But anyways, all that stuff is yours. I didn't get me anything except a Diet Coke. Okay, we're going to switch over to the laptop here in a second, guys. Did you take Athena out? And thank you for cleaning that. Hold on, guys. I'm going to give Caitlin her. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to grab the computer because it's in a different room actually. He's a piece of shit, he's not shit, and he will never be shit. No, because this is what he spends his time doing. Like, and it's crazy that the dude just keeps digging a hole for himself. Doesn't he understand people have been asked to testify against him? And I talked to the DA, and he'd like to use me as a character witness, possibly. So, Benny, you probably should chill the fuck out, because the more you do, the more shit I have to show, and the more shit I have to show that you have a history of this, and it's a repeat behavior. You are so not smart. You are your own worst enemy. I've always said good things about you, honestly. I think that it's a shame. I've always said you have talents that you could do amazing things with, but instead this is what you do. Sorry, I'm carrying my computer. Sorry, guys. I'm getting there. Getting there, getting there. Almost. Like I say, guys, I'm an open book. You're not gonna embarrass me or um, make me cower away in shame. We all have a past. We all have things we're not proud of. We all have shit we've done that, yeah, that we're not proud of. Some people learn from their mistakes, though. Others, like Benny, don't. And they support people like Don and Candace because they're, they identify with them. Shit. TM has zero standards, is what she's seen with the dude, and still supports. I mean, I say things like that, but I don't sit here and pull out his, like pictures and do research on him or put up. People send me stuff all the time that I could put up about him. Like people, I don't care. Like seriously, I have so much on. Like 666. Like I could. You guys have no idea. Like I don't. If people leave me alone, I just leave them alone. I might make a snide comment every once in a while and say, "Oh, look, another BK" or something like that, But I don't sit there and harass and poke fun and try to upset. And Daisy, never mind. I don't understand these people. Okay, so I'm switching over here. One second. Okay, we made a smooth transition this time. I think I've got it down. I've got the process down, I think. Let's see, did I miss any? Ew! Dixie's got.
Guys. And I don't have to worry about copyright because I ain't monetized on this.
Something I was just watching somebody sent me. Let's see. I talked to rehab lady today concerning Fred as well, and everything's getting lined up. And he is so. I told him he's going to cry when he sees everything that you guys helped with. He's like, I probably am. He is. He's a crier. Telling you, this guy, Fred's a sensitive man. It's crazy to me. He's one of the most. He's very misunderstood. Oh gosh. Pulling up my chat on my phone. So once again, Benny fails and Izzy wins. There's a new look. Is this just my phone or is it everybody has a new look to their YouTube? Wow. Why can't they make it now that so you reply? Just tap on person to hit reply. Like My YouTube looks different when I pull it up on my phone. I do know there was an update on my phone, so maybe it was. Come here. I'll take off this leash that you're dragging behind you. All right. There you go. You've been having issues all day? I like the new look. Whatever it is. I just wish that they would figure out a way to make it easier to reply to people. You can't be tagged from your laptop? Yeah, you can't click on somebody and reply. You have to do the @ symbol and then start to type their name and it will come up. But you have to be on YouTube. You can't do it on StreamYard. Like, as a creator, it's really... Like, if we're watching on our phone, the chat on our phone and in StreamYard, both of them are just... It sucks. I'm still freaking mind blown about the alley thing. That still bugs me. Something about that bugs me, like, really bad. And I'm happy we have absolute proof. But why is it bugging me so bad? I'm just like, it's bugging me surrounding the circumstances surrounding her passing, and just like, why it's just been so kind of like, I don't know, just how it all happened. It didn't feel real, and I don't know. Oh, just... Yeah, I talked about it a couple times, Nunya, and he's just trying to use a guy who went to prison for... Gosh, I wanted... He was facing life in prison for what he did to me. Like, the years added up would have been well over life. He had charges, B felonies against... Like, those are up to 25 years. You know, and it was I called the lady an angel. I wish I knew who she was. It was a lady that was at the gas station that convinced me to call the police when I ran from his car. I ran out of the guy's car. It was I got him slowed down enough that I was able to get out of the vehicle, and I ran over across the highway, and he sped off. It was my vehicle, by the way. They tried to get me to get him for car theft. The cops wanted me to freaking lie on the dude. I'm serious. They really wanted to get him. They wanted me to say that he took my car without my permission. But it would have been a lie, so he did take off in my car, but I told him to. I said, go, get away from me, just go. And I told him, yeah, just go back to the room, or, whatever. And I ran, because when I told him that, it was when I ran, and I ran across the median thing, like it was grass in the middle between the two highways. You know what I mean? It was like a highway, and there was like this main, gas station up on the other side. I had to run across the roads on my side and then go through the median, run across those two-way roads. He couldn't follow me because there was grass in between, and he had to go up. So he sped up like down the road and went to the next turnabout thing and went and turned around and pulled into the gas station. He didn't get there until I was already in the gas station. And I was freaking out, and shaking. And because, dude just had a knife to my head, or to my neck, and banging my head into the window, all kinds of, It was crazy. I mean, and I knew he was capable of, I mean, at that point, he had broke my ribs while I was pregnant and everything. It's, anyways, I should have been gone by then. I'd already endured a lot of abuse that I should not have. But I ran to the gas station and I was freaking out. I was shaking. I was like, "Oh my god, can I use your phone?" I'm like, I'm freaking out. Like this guy, I couldn't hardly talk, and there was this lady there who was like an angel, and she's like, "Please call the police, please. Like he's not going to change. It's not going to get better." He runs in the gas station, telling me to get back in the effing vehicle, like in front of everybody. They had surveillance of the situation and everything. And the woman was like telling him to get back, or to get out, or to leave. They made him leave, like the gas station. It was crazy. It could be like a movie. It was so crazy. So a few days later, like once he was arrested, and he never got out again for many, many years. But from that point, he didn't even bond out. I was scared. Oh my God, I remember being scared before I got back to Indiana because it was in Florida. And one time at a Fred's house, I thought it was him at the door, and they had me hide in a closet. I was so fucking scared of that dude. My car was hidden in the back of their house, like out in the backyard, so he couldn't see it. But he never got out after that. So, and my mom came down, and I went back up to Indiana. But it was a few days after that incident, he had me, or the law enforcement, were in contact with me and wanted me to come down to the station and give a statement and more, talk to him more. And I did. And then we scheduled for the next day. It was like the next day or a few days after or something, where they wanted me to show them the route he took. And exactly how it happened. So I met them somewhere, I don't remember, and I got in a vehicle with them, and I had them take the route that he took, that I could remember. So I know, bring it us. I hate that, Brandy. That's what you're saying the other day too, about not getting. Well, see what happened, Crimes Have Consequences, is I'm sure that Benny got that from somebody else, like 666 or the Circle Jerks crew. So one of those associated with them. And because he wouldn't have known how to look for all that. Like, the guy's he's not even anywhere associated on my Facebooks, like on my background. He's not even on Caitlin's birth certificate. Like, I'm not friends with any of his family. Like, we are not at all like intertwined at all. Like, completely just separate. Ever since, his whole family. I've never even met his family, guys. That's like how little I know. It was a very stupid decision, but I learned from it. Here I am 17 years later, and I'm being abused all over again about it, with the situation from people on here that think it's okay because they can't get me any way else. Barefoot hillbilly redneck woman. Oh man, I could write a book. I could write a book, you guys. My life is crazy. I wish I could sit here and tell you guys stories, but of my wild days and my because it was a fun, I had a lot of good times, but a lot of very, very horrible times. Definitely a period I would not want to live again. But I want to change because I learned a lot, and I grew a lot from all those things that I went through. A lot of it was self-inflicted, pretty, like things I got myself into. because of substances and just always wanting to just have fun. That's how it started, right? That's how it always starts, is as fun. But it just spirals. I have a lot of crazy stories. But I feel like every time I start talking about it, a lot of them have about drug use. And I feel like when I start talking about it, it makes me kind of feel like gross because it feels like I'm like glorifying the lifestyle. It can sound fun to some, are exciting. But you definitely pay for that. I put away an extra 30 years. Dude, I had to be forced to call. I'm not, people don't understand. They think I just like get protective orders and am a police caller for, a cop caller for everything. I'm not at all. You guys should know that by now. But if I have to, if it's going to protect my daughter, I'm going to protect my daughter. Fortunately, I'm learning how to love myself more, where I want to, for some reason, I've never had that same drive to protect myself like I do others. Title Indiana Girls on a non-Indiana night. That's a good one. Really clever, Kelly. Oh my God, that's a great idea. Kelly's from Indiana too, guys. He chose to have a tryout. Who chose to have a tryout? Yeah, isn't it the 17th? He's going down, guys. Like, so he's just trying to, and it just makes it worse. Like, people have tried to warn him, and it's been a warning in a way. Like, hey, people are being contacted to be character witnesses. Do you not understand that? We're not bullshitting, Benny. It's absolutely the truth. Stop doing this shit to yourself. Aw, thank you, November Rain. Late Night Stories with Ziggy. Yeah, but title Indiana Girls on a non-Indiana night. That is so good, Kelly. That is so clever because both of us are from Indiana and both of our stories happen outside of Indiana. That particular story, anyways. But I could write a book with that period of time in my life, those 6 months at most. I'm trying to remember exactly. If I have the paperwork and stuff, the court documents and my statement from that day, from the night. I wrote out everything that, it's really personal. I have read some of it on here a couple years ago when it was brought out the very first time by 666 as a way to try to humiliate me or something, I guess, or I guess. I've also been told that the detectives from his cases and do look at his YouTube. He still does his stuff, though. Thank you, Chloe. Tom Petty does rule. I saw him in concert, the best concert ever. Well, one of the best. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Listen, I love Bone Thugs and Harmony. Crafting with Amy. Hey, aren't you the one that gave me like that really good advice for the pups? I got the text confirming his court date. That's just one of several
Oh, really? So he's not going to. So if he goes to jail, wouldn't it be the 17th then? Probably not, huh? He would have to be. There would have to be like the sentencing hearing, huh? So he probably won't be going on the 17th then. It would be. Probably won't all be done on that one day. That would be awesome though. 2/8. He has one on the 8th of this month. I love 3-6 Mafia. This trial's an impersonation. Well, he definitely did that. He made a Facebook and tried to humiliate people with it. I don't want to bring up. They probably these people in his life that wish that they had never even met the dude. Like they want to just like forget him. I hate that they're having to live through this with him. He is like that guy that he posted on his community wall that I put in jail 17 years ago. They're very similar in their crazy behaviors, Benny. So it's quite funny that you're talking because you are like just as bad. Like you are him. Seriously, Benny. That is you. You guys are two peas in a pod. Maybe you're not that abusive, physically abusive, but he is like psycho like you. A Pisces, too. A male Pisces. Oh my God, that's wow, okay. They're both male Pisces. He's a leap year baby, actually. He'll have he has his actual birthday this year. Yay for him. I don't give a fuck, but he's a Pisces, just like Benny. And they act very, very similar. Seriously, like crazy. Or they will torture you and very vindictive. And I mean, dude used to take my car and like act like seriously would play chicken with a semi and when he was mad at me. And I mean, cars would be going everywhere. I don't know how the police weren't called. He ripped up my freaking Honda Civic that my dad, it wasn't new or anything. It was a nice used vehicle my father had got for me that I was very appreciative of at the time. And he decided to tear it up, rip out the rear view mirror like he's about. He would just tear up my shit because he knew that's the only way to get to me because like words just don't really affect me. When's his birthday? He's a Pisces. March. His birthday is March 7th. It's really easy to find. I can find it in a second. Well, I'm a Pisces too, but when you're a Pisces and you're in your shadow, if like the shadow side of Pisces, like you're using drugs and you're drinking and because Pisces are really susceptible to that type of stuff, like to addiction, it really throws your Pisces emotions off and you are crazy. You act freaking nuts. I've been there. Because Pisces are really emotional people. And especially men, since they're men, they have to be men, so they express their hurt by being vindictive. And so when they're hurt, when their little feelers get hurt, they abuse people. And that's how they express it. Instead of like somebody like a regular Pisces who is dealing with trauma or pain, depression, they would deal with it themselves, cry, talk to people, figure it out. But when a Pisces is on drugs or not doing well, that's what you get. And they can get really crazy acting, especially like emotionally. Aries are very controlling, big time. Big time. But if they use it in a good way, they can be great leaders. Like the Emperor card represents Aries in the tarot deck, and that's like the highest court card. So if you're an Emperor, you're like top dog, But when you're in the shadow side of Aries, yeah, you are controlling. You are very hateful, impulsive, domineering, demanding. Definitely controlling. Controlling is the main thing. We'll find out for sure his exact birthday. I'll tell you in just a second. This one just says 44 years old. It doesn't tell us. Maybe somebody text it? Anybody that knows, can you just text it to me, and I won't. If anybody knows his birthday, I can easily find it. I just. Let's see. What you looking for? Somebody was asking Benny's birthday. I know I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I know it's March of 1979, I think. Might be 1980. You're a Capricorn? Well, Capricorns are really business. They're all about work. Like they are workers. And if they're not stable, like if they're not stable, because they rule the earth, because they're an earth sign. So they're all about the 3D, the physical. Like a Pisces more spiritual. So Capricorn's about earth. Like your Capricorns are good at work, like earthly stuff. Where Pisces would be good at like spiritual stuff, like tarot and the unknown, paranormal, and stuff like that. But Capricorns are like really good at they're really, my mom's a Capricorn and she's very masculine as far as like she's the one that wears the pants. She has a very good corporate job, high up as Capricorn. When they're in, but Capricorns can, there's definitely bad side of all signs. It's not all good for any of them. We all have our negatives and positives. Like in some, it's just like some prefer some signs just have more advantage in certain areas, but everybody, it's all balances out. Oldest is Capricorn, youngest is Pisces. Oh, really? Are they adults? Aquarius people are air signs and like can be amazing people for justice, and like Libras too. That's why you'll see a lot of Libras hanging around in the true crime chats and stuff, because they're about justice. And Aquarius are kind of connected to Libra in that way because they're an air sign. So they're about communication. They're usually going to be really good at talking, and they're very smart, intelligent. They're humanitarians. The best, like as far as the best relationship I had with a guy was an Aquarius. Just an amazing person. So I have a hard time. I don't know what the shadow side is of trying to think what. So a shadow, I guess it would be somebody who. I guess it would be somebody who is, if you're in your shadow side, like if you're, I don't know, not using drugs, doing crappy shit. Aquarius that are in, like that might be kind of cold, hurtful with their words. I don't know too much about the shadow side of Aquarius. I've only noticed like good things, but they all signs have bad sides. Okay, so doesn't mean they don't. Yeah. Aquarius do love her and they are very well. The one I was with was extremely loyal. So Leo, somebody asked me, or speaking of loyal, they're gonna be definitely loyal. Leo the lion, they're kind of like an Aries in a way. They're good at like being performers as far as like actresses and stuff like that, and in the spotlight. They're good at like getting things done because they're a fire sign. They're passionate. They're not afraid to speak up usually. Cancer and Scorpio. Cancers are even more, they're the most emotional, like as far as like, so Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer are all water signs, and that means emotions. And Cancers are great mothers. They're even more. It's kind of a debate whether Pisces or Cancer are more sensitive. It depends on like the subject matter. Like Cancers also, as far as who is more like Cancers can be very intuitive. A lot of people say Pisces are the most psychic, but I've seen Leos, Libras. I've seen all signs that have, really good intuition and are spiritual. But yeah, a Leo is also going to be a good leader. And Cancer is going to be a good mother. They love hard. Cancers are, and Scorpios too. They've got the reputation of like sexual, that they're supposed to be good at expressing their emotions in the bedroom. But they can sting you too with their stinger, because they're a scorpion or Scorpio. Virgos, I've got two different emails today from people I've done readings for that are telling me about how they're the Chinese. Yeah, the Chinese astrology signs are interesting too to look into. Virgos are fires, or no, they're earth signs. Earth sign, like Capricorn and Taurus. And so they're also good at the 3D stuff, like earthly stuff. Oh yeah, they all have a dark side. Yeah, they can be very domineering and controlling, just like not Aries, but they can be just like a Capricorn in a way. Like they're really good at business stuff. They're great business people. Capricorns, Virgos, Taurus, anything like to do with the earthly realm, like as far as the physical work and money, usually. Geminis, though, are like the luckiest. But let me tell you, and I no offense to any Geminis, because like I said, everybody has their negative sides, but Geminis can be quite a doozy of when they're in their shadow side. Like liars, big time. Lie, just, oh my God, and just very vindictive. But there's great things to Gemini too, like I've talked about a lot on here. They're like one of the luckiest signs, for sure. Somebody sent me Bill Shipley's court. Let's see. Supposedly he was supposed to have court today. He's asking for a jury trial. Did he get did he get manufacturing or dealing or possession? I wonder. I hate how Tennessee does their charges when it comes to like it says like and that's why everybody always thinks it's manufacturing. They see manufacturing and they're like, oh my god, they manufacture meth, because it says manufacture, deliver, sell, possess with intent. So basically, having possession is under the same category as manufacturing meth. Like, I don't understand why they do that down there. It's confusing. Manufacturing, dealing, or just possession? I was asking to see. I forget. Cancer is very emotional, water sign, and it rules the fourth house, which is motherhood and family. But these, yeah, see, Juniper's the one that you would ask. Like, she's really good at the astrology stuff. I'm still, an intermediate. I'd say I have progressed to the intermediate stage. I would say I'm no longer a beginner, but I'm definitely not. Don't know, like Juniper studies that stuff. Like the people who do the charts and stuff, you have to know that kind of stuff. And you learn when you start doing tarot, you learn too over time because it's just all part of it. Additional law can be attached. Probation well, they don't have to give the 2 years, Kelly. You know that, right? Like, oh, hell yeah. Jenny from the block. I want to vacate to Florida. She says, please. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jenny. Let me see. Did you message me? Used to have a little, now I have a lot. When did you send that request? There you go. All right. June 15th, I was born on Father's Day. That's Gemini. I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding. Geminis have great luck. Oh my gosh. They're very also just fun to be around. They can be really fake though. They can be. Doesn't mean they are. Lori Vallow's a Cancer. Okay, I found it, Jenny. You should have a parole hearing sometime too. Recently, they have been putting people on both post-back child support and new charges. Yeah, I hope he doesn't get out because he's not going to be happy when he gets out. I'm sure he's not happy hearing that we've been talking about him, but he better get glad is all I have to say. It's very it's very, 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 I mean, oh my gosh, it takes years to learn this stuff. Like, for a normal person who has like a life, it takes years. Like, unless you have all your time to, I had a lot of time to devote to it after Jim passed, because I was very much in hermit mode, to myself. And I did not, it's weird because when I get really upset, sometimes I don't like to talk about it sometimes. Like when it comes to stuff that I'm really, really deeply hurt about or is traumatic for me, a lot of times I don't like to, I just like to be by myself. And that's how I deal with it. I mean, occasionally, obviously, that's not how I always, because I have been live on here, like freaking out before and stuff after Jim passed. But really, I think it's different because I'm sitting here talking to a computer and I don't see who I'm talking to. And I'm just basically venting, but it's hard for me, like, to talk about it. Like, when things like that happen, it's hard for me to, like, talk one-on-one with somebody about it because I get too upset and just, it's too depressing. Sagittarius are just, I do think that was weird, but I don't know. Like, I'm kind of, see, I've noticed, like, and I've told people, I feel like I'm not very, I just feel like I'm too biased, and know too much about the case. When I do readings and I don't know anything, it's hardly anything. It seems like it's much more accurate. Like, for instance, when I did the readings on Allie, like, I was so, I felt so confident, like, that something weird was going on there. And I think maybe it's because that's how I feel, like, instead of what it kind of it gets in the way when I'm too invested in something. Like, also doing a reading on myself or, like, somebody I know really well, it just doesn't work very well. If I know too much about a situation or somebody and the stuff that they're asking me about, speaking of, it's Jam here. Jam, how did your procedure go today with your husband? How did that go? What happened? Things went well? Okay. Anything you can tell us? I'm just... Did you figure out what's going on? It was just as you said it would? Are you serious? Well, I'm glad to hear that because I'm kind of bummed I could be so off my alley. But like I said, I know a lot about your situation too, but gosh, I've been studying Summer Wells for years and everybody surrounding it. So I just feel like I'm not good at it. And that's why with the tarot readings on Andy Bernard, I was just like, gosh, I'll sit there and keep drawing and drawing and drawing if I'm not getting what it's kind of, I don't know why that is. It's like a confliction thing. Let me see what Jam said also. I don't know, Marie, but today Justin posted a video where and I thank God he got that recorded, where he called the funeral home and was asking about Allison Harris. And the woman confirmed. At first, it seemed like, maybe like because the woman was like, I haven't heard that name. Doesn't sound familiar. But then the lady checked on something real quick and was like, oh, yeah, Allison Harris. And so I guess, so the lady confirmed that she is deceased, and Allison Harris, anyways, on January 19th, Justin? I wonder if what I was feeling is something like the circumstances surrounding it. Like, I just want to know something about that situation. I didn't feel so much like that first, but now that it's settled in and stuff, and I've really reflected on it, it just is weird. Everybody that's passed. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Let's see what Jam said about Sagittarius. Jennifer, can you tell him about Sagittarius? Your niece and sister-in-law want a reading? Are you serious? Did you get a specialist? Did they refer you to a specialist? Like, I guess I'll have to probably. I don't know. Somebody was saying that's why a lot of readers won't do readings right after somebody passes, because they're still in transition, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I'm still, like I said, still kind of learning. I think I'll always be learning, though. There's always something to learn, something new to learn about tarot and astrology and anything. Banning Band Therapy Day for Unresolved Grief and Trauma is called EMDR. I'm glad I went. She did tell me to turn off true crime, though, and take care of myself. Huh. The less I know about what I get told or shown, I find it is more accurate when it comes to summer. I tell people now I get the same results as electronic medium, basically. Huh. That's what somebody else was saying to me. Yeah, Jennifer, what's Sagittarius? Have you, will not do readings right after. I don't know, but it bugged me because I'll have to look back at but someday we'll know when we hopefully when we pass away, there's more to all this, and we'll understand all the secrets of the universe, and it will all become clear. And I think some things are meant to be unknown, and I really do feel like there are times in tarot and other people who are, I'm not psychic or anything, or a medium or anything like that, so I don't know, but I'm just assuming, because with tarot, it just seems like sometimes spirit will not tell us certain things. It's like we're not supposed to know some things. for one, when we die, that's I don't like those readings. I won't. When it comes, I don't usually like doing like the health stuff because it's too serious. Well, what happened, Jam? Like, was there a specialist? Brittany Woods. I'm trying to think what I know about Sagittarius. Well, they're a fire sign. Oh, Jenny just sent another PayPal and said just because. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. That was really nice. Thank you. I lost you guys there for a second. So Sagittarius, fire sign, like Aries, or Leo. So they're similar to Leo or Aries. They can be like in their shadow side, they could be very controlling and just domineering and hard to handle and too much and just OTT over the top. But when they can be very much go-getters and very good workers, get things done. I was hoping Juniper would put more because there's not much. I don't know too much about Sagittarius. I'm going by the fact that they're a fire sign. I haven't had much experience with Sagittarius. Right, Luminous. I've always heard 6 months that you should wait 6 months till somebody passes. That's what I've heard, but it varies, I think. We'll never know. The 14th. Yeah, so that's what I was feeling. I was feeling like they were gonna but I felt like Jam that there was something that the doctor was going, like there was some kind of something brand new that you guys were gonna do, like something brand new, like going to see a specialist, or but whatever it was whatever you learned today was going to be the beginning of the end, like in a good way, is what I was getting in the cards. Like I was getting like, and I was also feeling like it was going to bring you guys closer, because I think you were so worried about losing him because of things you've gone through in the past, that you were coming up as the Queen of Cups, and which is somebody very, very caring and loving. Oh yeah. My rising sign, or my rising. So my moon sign is Capricorn. So thank God for that, because otherwise I would be even bigger of a mess emotionally. So having Capricorn as my moon does help balance me out. But at the same time, I have Pisces 3 other places in my chart besides my sun sign. So I'm over, there's an overabundance of Pisces in my chart. Sagittarius is another spiritual sign, rules the ninth house of travel, higher learning, colleges, church, and theology. They are connected to Jupiter, so truth and justice are protective. Definitely protective. I feel that. Walk your cat? Are you serious? That's hilarious. Walk your cat? Does he use the bathroom outside? That would be awesome. Because they are connected to Jupiter. Yeah, they can have a big ego. That's true for sure. That is true. That's all That's all fire signs, though. For sure. Definitely Aries. And yeah, Leo. No offense to anybody, but it's just how it is. You had to pee, so you said. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I've never heard somebody say it like say they're taking their cat for a walk. You walk some of your cats? I tried to. I tried to back when I had when Ziggy was here. I got him as a dog. I adopted him as a he was older when I got him. But he's a full-blooded silver spotted Bengal. Looked like kind of like a when I first got him, I mean, God, he was gorgeous. But as they age, a little bit of their coat kind of, I don't know, it looks a little bit more dull, I guess. I can't explain it. But I cried when I saw him. He was like the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. And I begged for him. I'm like, oh my God, please, can I have him, Jim? Please. Please. He didn't want Jim liked us having the freedom because we would go to Indiana all the time. We just go places all the time, because he worked from home as well. So it worked out perfectly. So, but a cat, they can stay home for a couple of days by themselves. They'll be fine. But Bengals are a little bit more like dogs. And yeah. People do walk like they're Bengals and because they're part wild. Please, Ziggy, I want Bandit. Little Miss Sunshine. I was just thinking about you because I was like, I needed to message you. Just a calico, but she acts like a dog. Yeah. Where is Bandit? Where'd he go hiding off to? He must be laying. They must both be. Band-Aid? Band-Aid. Yes, I call him Band-Aid. Where's Band-Aid? There's a peanut. Hold on. He's always on my ass. Oh, okay. I was wondering if you knew where he was. There you are. There you are. Yes, Jenny. Yes, I will. I'm gonna train a puppy. Try as you went for Bandit. I know. I'm sorry, Grace. I have to keep them hidden because every time I have them around family or anybody, they're like, "Oh, can I have him?" And at first I was thinking about because I wasn't looking for a pup. Okay, I was not looking for another dog, but like he was so amazing that it was just so hard to resist. Like, when the guy decided to get rid of him and offered him to me first at a lower price, I just couldn't resist. Like, we actually had like pretty much like a trial period before we actually went through with it. Because I wanted to make sure he was sure. It was kind of the same way Justin was with me because I was considering selling him to Justin because Justin said he would pay what I paid for him, but I know I'll regret it. But the only reason why I considered it is because I wasn't even planning on getting another dog, really. They are a lot of responsibility. And I think Justin has like a more better designed house that can keep him in a different area of the house when he's live and not disrupt him because you never hear anything in Justin's background. It's like Justin like has a perfect area. It's like he has his own little area or something to go live because you never hear his kids or with me, you always hear Caitlin in the background, screaming, laughing, and doing her clearing her throat thing. It's gross. Then you hear the dogs barking constantly. It is distracting. And it isn't, And Athena you guys, that's been here that long. And remember, Athena, there was never a barking issue before we got Bandit. Like, Athena never, didn't bark, all the time like she does now. Because Bandit starts barking, she starts barking. You should look at Pomeranians. Oh my God. They can be expensive, but oh my gosh. Oh, Justin sent me a really cute video I was going to show you guys. I planned to show you guys yesterday and somehow, of course, got distracted. Oh, did I tell you guys I figured out who? Well, I did tell some of you guys because I was on my tarot channel. Justin, can you resend me that Pomeranian? Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Never mind. Never mind, I found it. So yesterday, while I found one of you guys had emailed me a picture of a guy who you thought fit the description. of this person that the guy was describing that he saw in court trying to, the one that was telling Fred that, hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to have it up on my phone. I'm trying to, anyways, one of you guys sent me a picture of a guy that you thought fit, and he was the only one through everybody. I went to, if you go to Mobile Patrol, you can go through the list of all the inmates being booked into, I'm going to turn that up here in a second, but being booked into, that's what Bandit does. They're so freaking cute, dude. Oh my God, they're so freaking cute. Anyways, the guy's name is Logan Linkus, Linkous. I got a picture of him and I sent it to Fred to ask the guy, and the guy is saying, yes, that's him. Fred was like, good job. But I haven't talked to Fred since because he doesn't have any time on his phone. But I told him I'd figure it out. We'll talk tomorrow. But anyways, he has tons of friends from Rogersville with familiar names. Oh, really? Well, we did find that he had Rick Crawford on his Facebook. One of you guys found that because I was searching everybody. I was like, how is this possible? But the guy looks so freaking familiar. I don't know how I've seen this guy before. I've seen him somewhere before. But yeah, here, I'll pull him up on Mobile Patrol maybe, or do I, is Mobile Patrol on, it's only an app, isn't it? You can't use it. On a, I'll get a screenshot. Actually, it should be it's in my email because one of you guys sent it to me. But I pulled up his Facebook and stuff and looked into the guy, and I wasn't finding anybody really connected to him that surrounding the Summer Wells case. And I'm like, I don't know about this one, because I don't know the guy who gave the information. And when I looked up the guy who gave Fred the information, I looked at his charges and stuff. I didn't look him up on Facebook, but he has he does have kind of a history. He's definitely a criminal, but hold on, let me show you guys this guy. I swear I've seen this guy. Sorry, my stomach is growling. I'm trying to download this. There you go. Sorry, it has a thing over it. But this is a guy who the guy says he saw that he had court with, and the guy in the courtroom supposedly this guy supposedly was trying to get a deal for his charges in exchange for information on Summer Wells. Supposedly when he went in for his arraignment or whatever, he had mentioned that to the judge, and they had pulled him out of the courtroom to talk to him because there was other people in the courtroom. And one of the people in the courtroom was supposedly this Kenneth guy. And he is in Fred's block. The guy goes by Ace. And yeah, just got back to Fred, and supposedly the only thing that it doesn't matter, the court date doesn't seem. So he was booked in the 28th. I don't know if the January 4th or January 5th. I can't find anything on that court date, though. Like, as far as proof of it, really. So it is up in the air. I tried messaging this guy, but I saw last night that he is in custody still. 5'9", 100 pounds. He lives in I think he lives in Surgeonsville now. Yep, that's what the guy says. I sent a picture to Fred, and the guy confirmed that this is the guy. £100. There is nobody else that fits the description. Like, and at first I thought it was a Mexican guy because at first that's what Fred thought he was saying, but the guy was like, no, it's not. He just had darker features. Looked like he could be like half maybe part Mexican, part Latino. I don't know. I think he just looks like he just looks like a white guy to me. Sir Gowensville. Is it really pronounced Sir Gowensville? So it is interesting, but like I said, we have to take it with a grain of salt, and dude can just come back and say it's not true. And like I said, I don't know the guy who was telling this to Fred. I don't know I haven't even had a chance to really ask Fred about. He doesn't know. Fred was in a cell with the guy at one time. Not this guy, but the guy who was telling him that he was in court when this happened. We have looked into him a little bit, and I looked up his Facebook, and I couldn't find like the Wells or any of the people like Marlena, but somebody did find that he had Ricky Crawford on one of his profiles. So, and there are like the Drennans, like I know that name has come up. Like there are names that have come, like last names that there's nobody besides Rick Crawford that I really noticed, but I only looked for like a little bit yesterday, so I haven't looked like super into the guy because I just learned late last night that, you know, it was confirmed that that's him, or the guy said it. That's him. He's linked to Ricky Crawford. Yeah. Show that picture to him. Sir Goinsville. Sir Goinsville. I was looking at your scrolling back here. He has Light and Trent. Yeah, there was some of those last names like were on his list, but like everybody, there's so many Lights out there and so many. It's such a common name. I didn't recognize any of the names though. Like besides, I mean, I recognized some of the last names. I was expecting to see more connections. You know what I mean? But like I said, once we get to find out the final person that Summer Wells like ended up with, I have a feeling we might not even have ever heard of this person, because I feel like she has gone, like she was past. I feel like she was past hands, like a few people in the process of getting her to where they were taking her. So initially, whoever got her from the parents took her to somebody who then took her to. That's just what I'm theorizing. Yeah, I guess similar to Hammonds, but he's a lot younger. Well, I don't know. Brokenhearted, they pulled him out of the courtroom supposedly when he started to ask for a reduced sentence for information on the Summer Walls case. Allegedly. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not 100% confident because I don't know the person this information is coming from. I've seen people make up shit, you know, in this surrounding this case so many times that we have to be really, really careful. But it's definitely interesting. Be interesting to see if the guy will admit to. Maybe if I contact the girlfriend that is associated with him, or I don't know if it's an ex-girlfriend. Actually, yeah, it's an ex-girlfriend. His baby is. I noticed that he's with somebody different than he was. He was like this really bigger lady for a while. This Logan guy, but now he's with like somebody completely different. Like she's. Yes. So today, Justin posted a video where he had actually called the funeral home. He called around to funeral homes and he confirmed that an Allison Harris did pass away recently. So I don't know. I didn't listen to the whole thing. I only listened to part of the clip where I only listened to part of Justin's live because I didn't know about it until like he told me, and I wanted to hear the call part, and I just wanted to hear what she was saying. I didn't listen to the whole thing, so I don't know a lot of the details. I just know that a lady at Trinity Funeral Home confirmed that they did have an Allison Harris in there. Oh, really? That's probably the Hammonds guy. Not to mention Bill's name, Miranda. Yeah. Jody Sue described the guy as, she said, a dark-skinned guy with tats and curly hair. Well, he's not. I don't know. I'm sure he has tattoos. I can't remember, but I don't know. He didn't. How would she see a guy having tattoos? That doesn't. She is so full of it. A certificate will give you the cause of death. And so if you say you can get that from courthouses in the county where they passed, and anybody can get a death certificate. It doesn't have to be family. I didn't see, Jody Sue on his Facebook or anybody associated with her, like, except she described the man she allegedly saw in the truck. Like, how did she see this man? That doesn't even make sense. How did she see him? Have you been out to Crime Stop Consequences? Have you been out to Ben Hill? I'm just, because how would that even be possible? How would she have seen this truck? No, I know. I'm just curious if she explained how she saw it, because 125 you can't even see the one from 125 you can't even see 110 driveway. It's not like right across the road, like, you know what I mean? You have to go down a ways. So that doesn't even make sense unless Jody Sue was down on Ben Hill Road, like walking, and happened to see this truck pull in there, but she is not walking down that. I don't believe that. I know she posted a picture of her out there walking in the middle of the night barefoot and wants to say something about Fred out on horses in the middle of the night. Okay, dude, you guys popped out of the fucking woods out of freaking nowhere and almost got arrested by the cops at like 1 a.m. one night because you and Andy were fighting, and you, like a maniac, chased him, the poor guy going and hiding in the woods, like trying to get away from you. And your freaking crazy ass went through the woods trying to find him, telling him to come back. This incident happened with Jody Sue, and I just learned of this incident recently. It happened the night that Fred shot that guy who was on his prop, doing drunk at midnight, doing target shooting, and had his 18-year-old daughter out there and then shot at Fred. Anyways, the night that happened, Andy Bernard and Jody Sue, Fred said, almost got arrested because they came out of nowhere, out of the woods, while the cops were there, because Andy came out of the woods like, what's going on? What's going on over here? And then here comes Jody Sue's crazy ass running through the woods. Come back home. Come back. And they were arguing right there in front of the cops and almost got arrested because they're like, okay, it's 1 a.m. You're out in the middle of the woods, out not on your property, just come out of nowhere. It's really weird. So talking about being out in the middle of the night, what the hell were you guys doing in the middle of the night? You guys are freaking lunatics running out in the, well, hey, actually, I can't blame Andy. I imagine he had to freaking run a lot to get away from that craziness. It is a funny story though. You did it online? Oh, okay. Messing flowers at the end of her driveway. In Tennessee, only family members can get death certificate. I just don't, even if she was at the bottom of her driveway, she still wouldn't have been able to see 110 from there. Definitely wouldn't have been able to see a guy's tattoos and stuff. Too bad we can't pull it up on Google Earth, like as far as like Street View, and just show you guys how far down it is. Like, she didn't see a guy with tattoos going up their driveway unless she was like down closer. There is no way she would have been able to, it would have been, maybe she could have saw a truck color or a car color, but I don't even think you can see the driveway from her driveway. I'm pretty sure you can't. People think because she's a neighbor or was a neighbor that it's like a normal neighbor, like you would expect out, like right next door. No, this is like down a ways, Oh, so it wasn't, she didn't say anything about him being at 110. Okay. I thought that this would be the person that she, heard a color. What'd she say? She heard a color. Heard a color. Or, isn't that what she was saying? Like that she could see colors or that she could hear colors or something weird like that? I thought that this was the same truck, or this was the same guy that she was claiming drove up 110 driveway. Yeah, I think you have to be family here in Indiana too, because with Jim passed, I had to get the death certificate off of his daughter. Mm. I was reading the requirements for a death certificate in Indiana. Information needed: name, sex, date of death, place of death, funeral home, relationship to the descendant, purpose of copy, Photo ID and other verifying information will be necessary if cause of death is to show on the certificate. Doesn't say, though, on this website that you have to be family. I'd have to look more into that. Yeah, that's what I was looking at, RJ. Why are you going to chase your abuser into and through the woods? It doesn't make sense. Exactly. She was chasing him because, oh, come on. You know, I can just see it. I honestly cannot blame him, like, really. For her ass, you know, chasing him through the woods. Let the guy freaking blow off steam, you freaking lunatic. Aren't you scared about the peeping Tom that might be lurking in the shadows, waiting just to get a little peep of you in your nightgown? Freaking weirdo. You live in a fantasy world, lady. Yeah, I don't think that's what Jisoo has, though. Like, usually those type of... Isn't that usually happen when you're... I've never heard of... I've heard of people's senses being heightened, like certain ones when like they don't have access to one. Like if they're blind, you know, certain other senses will be enhanced naturally, kind of through just happens. Or if you lose your hearing, you know, other certain senses might be enhanced to compensate. Yeah, they just wanted to get a look of her on her bucket. They had never seen somebody shit in a bucket before. They just wanted to get a look at. They just wanted to see it for themselves. Like, is this real? Do people actually do that? The weirdo syndrome, yes. I wonder if Jodie Sue will admit to her late night argument with Andy in the woods where she chased him. Sounds like she was freaking abusing him, chasing him, wouldn't let him. I mean, you know, people, you can't force somebody to be with you. God, I don't understand why it's not just her. There's so many people who are like that, will beg for the person that they're with not to leave or to stay and be with them. Is why? Don't you want somebody to be with you because they want to be with you? I have never understood that, why somebody would want to beg somebody to be with them or to stay. That should show you a lot. Like, a person's actions show you a lot. Let them just sit back and observe. Red panty. She wishes. I used to go fishing, get away from argument. Not see. Yeah, I would do the same thing. But there are people who are like that. Like, I've seen it many, many times. I've dealt with that in relationships, like every time it seems like almost. I just don't get it. If I had to beg somebody to be with me, I would know in my mind that that person is only staying with me because they're, either afraid I'm gonna hurt myself or do something stupid, or because I cried. No, this is all hypothetical, by the way. I would never do it, but I'm just saying, like, if I did that, something like that, and if I would, to me, I would think I would know, like, oh, this person doesn't even want to be with me. Like, they're just with me so I don't hurt myself or whatever. I've had more than one person. It's crazy. Like, never mind. Jody Spew. I came up with a really good name for her. Now I forget. It was Jody. Dang it. Should have wrote it down. Dang it. Thank you, Kathy. Yep. Never intended to leave Andy. He had to escape. Honestly, he was a victim in many ways himself in that situation. And I don't know what happened behind closed doors, okay? Like, but I do know that Jody Sue lies nonstop. I do know how, for a couple who live together, I know it's extremely easy to get a protective order if you live with the person. You don't even need like proof. They'll automatically give you the protective order. If it's a domestic partner, it's called, what is it? What's the word when you file a protective order and it gets ordered? Is it pro se? No, not pro se. That's like there's a term for it when a protective order is ordered and it's you only hear from one party. It's just, and it happens, a lot of states automatically will give protective orders for if the person lives with you. Somebody said that she was looking like she was drunk or something. Was she pole dancing while they were together, or was that a lie? I heard stories about her, that actually Andy would drive her to locations. Like he was her driver. That's what I heard, but like, have you ever heard of like escorts who have, these like makeshift like escorts that are like legitimate, and then they have their drivers they hire to be their boyfriend or whatever. The only person I've had a protective order against is 666, actually, and, well, the court-ordered one with Caitlin's biological father, like 16, 17 years ago, but that was just because of his charges. There was one other incident where I filed, but then filed after dropping it, or what is it called? A motion to it was before I had even gone to court, so it wasn't even a protection order at that time. I had put in since I wasn't living with a person at the time. Is it pro se? No, I'm thinking pro se again. That's not right. It's not the right word. Capias, CAPIAS, something, I don't know. Where they sent the driver home. I heard that as well. The holler bunny. Probably Coco. Holler. Oh gosh. Anyways, guys, I guess I'll go for now. Yeah, allegedly, exactly. This is a lot of this stuff is heard through the grapevine, but just seems to be true. Ex parte. There you go. Ex parte. That's it. Yeah, Capias. I know that's in the whatever that means. It is a word that's. I don't know if Capias actually means warrant. Does it? I think it's. I know the words in use. Let me see. Capias. Well, there's Capias warrants. Well, okay. I guess. Okay, so it is an arrest warrant. Capias is actually just a warrant. An arrest warrant. Okay. Well, that's what I've learned today. What did you guys learn today on this rendition of Ziggy? Because I always make sure we all learn one new thing. Hey, Reese's Cup. Person who believes they are in immediate danger can request ex parte personal protection order. These orders take immediate effect immediately upon the judge's signature without a hearing. Yep. That's what I was talking. Yeah, that's what I mean. So, ex parte protection orders can be. It's different in various states, but usually the requirement to get one ex parte without going to court, like to get one immediately, and then you still get a court date, but you'll be able to say you have a protective order against this person, and it makes the person look bad, but really anybody can get one on somebody in pretty much any state I've seen with a domestic partner. it's really not difficult, but it does become difficult when you don't, the more further away the person is, like, to you in your life. Like, for instance, if the person, like, what I dealt with lives in a different state or whatever, and it's online, those, yeah, the bar, the level, what's the word, the proof you have to have, you can't get an ex parte in those type, and they're not as easy. But yeah, domestic partners, it's really easy to get protective order. Like, you learned about Logan Linkus. What'd you learn? Madam, you have, what do you mean I have a big lawsuit? She can't sue me. Everything I've said is alleged, or anything I say, I make sure to say is not absolute proof. I've always said, I can say my beliefs. That's not a crime. You will be liable in a court of law. Sure, town crier official. Nice name. You will be liable. Town crier, have you seen her channel? Have you seen her channel? Please, go away. Compare how many posts she has mentioning me, vice versa. Like, my lives are, usually when I go live, it's not just about Jody Sue, okay? And rarely is she in my titles. So, come on. Are you either are her or just really dumb? So both, actually. If you're her, you're really dumb, and you're her. In my opinion, don't sue me. Well, go ahead and try, but she should have been already. Why hasn't she filed? That's what pisses me the fuck off, guys. Town crier, where's the money she collected to file that? She collected enough last week and Cash App alone to file her fucking false civil lawsuit. She scammed you guys, and it's bullshit. You guys should be pissed. It pisses me off that she's using me as a way to get sympathy and get money for a civil lawsuit she never filed. It's bullshit. She's had plenty of time to file that lawsuit. She is a freaking trashy pimp scammer. She's the worst of the worst. Bandit, shush. Can't diagnose and call folks mental stuff, and she's done diagnose Andy as a narcopath, and all men in his family are schizophrenic. But she when it benefits her, she defends him. You know, and that's why she's a joke. That's why nobody can believe anything she says, because it changes with the wind. It just matters how she's feeling that day. And, you know, she's not at all about the truth. She's all about herself, selfish, wanting attention, trying to make easy money. She doesn't care about about causing all kinds of confusion surrounding a child case. She's purposely putting out misinformation, purposely knowing she's doing it. And she never clears it up. She sticks with it, and she knows it's lies. It just makes me mad when I think about the money that she collected, for this lawsuit. I totally, when that person had mentioned lawsuit, it just triggered in my brain, like, thanks for the reminder. Where's this fucking lawsuit that she was supposed to file? Where the fuck is it? She showed everybody she had over 300 in Cash App the second day. Just Cash App alone, she had enough in Cash App. So she can't say, oh, I'm going to wait till the 21st. You're a liar. You are a liar. And a scammer and a piece of shit. Two days prior to the long, she saw her the night before and she went missing, and she was getting a puppy out of the creek. Oh, gosh, she was around Summer a lot for as distant as much as she wants to distance herself away from them. It's like, how did you see all this stuff and witness all this stuff if you're not friends with them, if you're not, over there? Because from 125, you sure as hell can't see what's going on at 110, even at the bottom of the driveway. Which you don't go to the fucking bottom of the driveway hardly ever, except to get in a car. Like, you're not going down there to go for a fucking walk. You're going to go creep out in the woods looking for dead animals, you weirdo. For your death box. What the hell? I've never heard of such a thing. No wonder I think that she's satanic. Are you serious? Where is her daughter, right? How am I the biggest cracking asses? What do you mean? Street karma. There's nothing that's happened. Nothing at all has happened. What do you mean, sweet karma? What karma is that, cracking asses? I'm the biggest hypocrite. Yeah, okay, cracking asses. You're sitting there. You're one of the jerks. And just like I said, I knew you guys were behind giving him that. Just like I said earlier, guys, you just saw it. One of the jerks just came in here talking about Benny's post. And as I said earlier, there was that he had got that from 666 or one of the jerks. And one of them just came in here, basically confirmed it. That's not karma. That makes the other person look more. It makes him look bad, not me. I haven't seen that guy how does that make me look bad? I don't get it. That guy went to prison when I was 4 months pregnant for almost killing me for many years. He broke my ribs while pregnant. I've shown the proof. What the fuck are you talking about? That's not karma. That's not karma. When you force something, karma happens by the universe naturally. And it happens naturally. That's when, like him going to court and him going here in a little bit, few weeks going to jail. That's karma. Karma's not horrible stuff that people do purposely to you to try to hurt you. That's vindictive, and that's a sin. That's not even, you're not supposed to. That's not, I'm just not a vindictive person. I don't do that shit. No, she said something like, I'm a hypocrite. I'm the biggest. How does sweet karma feel? It's like, what karma are you talking about, you dumbass? What karma are you talking about? And why are you still focused on me? It's so crazy. Like, I don't even think of you. And now you're like in my chat. Like, you're just, these people, I'm telling you, they are dead set on trying to hurt me. And that's how I knew that that was them. And people are saying, well, I thought 666 was gone. I thought no, they're still here. I don't what karma? I love it. Like, these people just make themselves look so stupid. It's so hilarious, actually, when you think about it. Why Candace didn't call 911 earlier? Excuse me, you were down there between 5:30 and 6 and knew she was missing. Why didn't she call? Yeah, supposedly she knew before the... Yep, she did say that. That's true. I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't watch them at all. Why would I want to watch hateful people who they're obsessed with me, not the other way around? Like, I think it's funny that they try to act like victims. It's like, dude, I'm trying to forget about you. Why are you chasing me around? You know? It looks pathetic. It really does. Did crack? I think the truth always comes to light, Jillian, eventually, but it sucks. Like, when you forcing karma, that's not karma. That's being just a piece of shit, you know, a horrible human being. When you're doing horrible things or hateful things to others, that's not like karma. Karma is somebody getting arrested for their crimes, or somebody being exposed naturally. I'm like, for real. Like, there's just, I'm glad that she came in and said that to show you guys, like, no, these people are still obsessed with me. Still. Yeah, I came and got food from her fridge. Yep. They were comfortable enough to do that. Yeah, I think so. Well, that one has an alcoholic husband who, that person in particular is very unhappy in her life. It's really sad. Like, I thought she was a good person, but she has proven herself to be like one of the worst. I don't know what I ever did to her. I never did anything to that woman, ever. Many of those, I never did anything. I literally never have said anything bad about cracking asses. When do I talk about her? Why is she coming after me? I don't fucking talk about her. I don't even mention her. Same thing with, you know, a couple, I'm not going to mention their names, but a few others of them. I'm like, dude, I've literally never talked about you, and you're still obsessed with me over a year after I've talked to you, been cool with you guys. Like, it's like 666 2.0. Is fart talking getting boring yet? Oh, she talks about farts all the time. Yeah, I guess. She did used to be nice. I tried too. Like after she was one of the couple. Correct analysis. Ask how many of the others I actually talked to and gave them a chance to, or actually emailed and reached out. You were one of the very, very few because I thought you were a good person. But when you felt scorned or not enough attention, she's another one. Oh, you didn't care about me. I was sick and you didn't do this and you didn't do that. All of them. They all played that game. Because I didn't freaking... They'd say, oh, Stinky's not your friend. She doesn't care about you. It's like, dude, I'm on YouTube. Like, duh, I'm not really your friend. Like, most of these... I mean, as far as, like, in person, like, you know what I mean? Many of those people I wasn't friends with. It takes a while to build an actual friendship with somebody. I didn't know those people. A lot of those people I didn't even talk to outside of YouTube. They just obviously conjured in their mind a relationship with me that did not exist. And when I did not react the way that they thought I should, as supposedly, you know, when I wasn't loyal enough or something, it's like, no, it's not about loyalty for me. It's about doing the right thing. That's how it always is. And that group, all those ones that are over there are the ones that were always pressuring me to talk about drama and talk about this person, go after Tiffany Marie and do this and do that. Never. They'd only come around for the drama. They did not like the more serious streams. They were only here. Seriously, they would only come around when it was the drama shit. And now it makes sense. Yeah, because I didn't ask how she was. I can't. Yeah, and all of them just so happen to be sick at the same fucking time or have traumatic shit all at the same time right after I lost Jim. Like, are you kidding me? You guys are horrible. Way too needy, I know. A lot of these people, it's crazy too, because she used to make fun of the same type of people. Many of those people used to make fun of the 666 types who would, you know, like scorned lover types. Like acting in love with me or something. They used to make fun of people like that. And now here they are, the exact type. Like holding some kind of grudge against me for I didn't do anything to you guys. Leave me alone. Why are you following me? They are. These women are older than me. Yeah. Her name is Melissa. And she's in a marriage that she's miserable in. Very first time I've ever said anything negative about her. I don't understand her hate towards me. It's like literally like a hate. It's not just her. It's a few of them. They act like it's like, what the fuck did I do to you? Are you serious? And they won't ever say. They'll just be like, it will all be a deflection, just like saying I'm a scammer or a horrible person, but there will be no substance to it. There'll be no proof showing why they are still coming after me to this day, you know? Uh-oh. Since I talked to you on here, I expect you to drive 6 hours to cook me soup if I get sick. Oh, God. That's exactly as ridiculous as they're being, though. So that definitely was a good one. That's how they're being, and I don't understand their logic. Like the only ones that I was absolutely had like a friendship with that I would call a friend was Lolita. So I thought, and when Cindy offered me that loan, I had never talked to her really in person. Like she had been in my chats a lot, but I wouldn't call her a friend. And it's not anything a diss or anything. It's just like some people. Yeah, some of you guys are like, many of you are my friends now, but like it's been time. It takes time to build a real friendship where you can expect somebody to check on you when you deal with it, when you're going through something. You can't expect somebody you watch on YouTube to be checking, somebody mod for to always check up on you when they have several others like to check up on. It's just weird and selfish, and it makes them seem entitled, like they're more important than they really are. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. Trying to, now Melissa cracking asses, like we would text sometimes, and we could have been great friends. I thought we were going towards that, but I don't think ever talked on the phone. How are you a friend with somebody you don't have never even talked on the phone with? You know what I mean? Like that doesn't. I don't know. I know, Jim. It'll come out naturally. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've learned through this. Just be patient, and real karma and real truth. It keeps getting exposed over and over again. And it's funny that they keep doubling down. It just makes them look really stupid. Seriously, it's just going to keep making them more stupid. Look stupid. I mean, they're mad because they want to see me fail so bad. They're making this into a game, and it's just I don't want to play the game. I'm not. You're playing a sided game here. Like, I'm not competing with you guys. I am better than you guys. I'm above you guys. I won't stoop to that shit. And that's why you guys don't like me anymore, because I wouldn't go along with your evil plots against people. Constantly the drama, using me as your entertainment. But, my life is affected, but you didn't give a fuck. You guys weren't the friends. Kept telling you, oh, you want me to constantly go after Purple or constantly go after Tiffany Marie. It's like, dude, I'll go after when I have something to talk about, or when I'm upset, I'll talk about it. I'm not going to just like fake it. It was definitely, in a way, though, it's a good thing all that happened, because it does teach you what to look for. But, all right, guys, thank you so much. I was about to go before she rudely interrupted us and wanted to make it all about her. These people are attention whores, I'm telling you. Like, so desperate for attention. It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, and Jim, I got your text, and since you mentioned it in the chat, just respond to you here about you said your sister-in-law or a couple of your family members wanted readings, and maybe we should do a reading party. We could totally do that. That's totally like where we have a private live where it's just me, you, and them, and they can come up on panel too if they needed to. But usually I like to start not have the person up on panel the whole time because I'll end up on it. I'll be there for hours and hours and hours because I can't shut up. The grannies are needing content. Yep. Oh, all right, guys. We will talk later.